Srimatre Namaha. The divine blessings of our Mother Divine Lalita Mahatripura Sundari and Father Divine Lord Mahadeva. We are continuing to discuss Sri Chakram and trying to understand the very secretive Sri Chakram, which is our body itself. And in order to pray to that Mahameru and Sri Chakram, since we need to be initiated, and in Kali Yugam, not everybody can have access to an adept guru who can initiate us into Sri Vidya Sampradayam and also the Navavarna Puja. Mother Goddess enabled the great devotees like Muthuswami Dikshitar to compose in her glory the secretive kritis which sound like pure Carnatic music, which is also divine. Music in any form is divine, but the lyrical beauty also has a rahasya meaning, just like Lalita Sahasranamam. These compositions by Muthuswami Dikshitar also have a very secretive meaning inside it, which is equally good to doing the Navavarna Puja by the initiated. For the uninitiated like me, if I am chanting and listening to these stotrams every day, it is as good as doing that Avarna Puja. For example, if I am listening to the first Kriti every day, then I am praying to the first Avarnam, the Trailokya Mohana Chakram or Bhupura Avarnam with the 3 lines that we discussed in the previous episodes every day. And that's how easy she not only peeled the banana for us in the form of Muthuswami Dikshitar, but she chopped it into pieces that we can easily chew and swallow. And that's how easy she makes things, provided we are turning towards the direction and trying to progress ahead with one step. Mother will come down 1,000 steps in trying to enable and help us. Today, continuing the Navavarna Kritis of Kamalambika, we will briefly discuss the story of how Muthuswami Dikshitar became a Sri Vidya Upasaka. Muthuswami Dikshitar's father, Rama Swami Dikshitar, who was a great musician himself and who composed and invented the Raga Hamsadvani, in which the very famous Kriti of Muthuswami Dikshitar, Va Tapi Ganapatim Bhaje, has been composed. Father being such a great devotee and a Sri Vidya Upasaka himself, when Muthuswami Dikshitar's father was going around the state of Tamil Nadu and in Chidambaram, he stayed there for a mandalam before Muthuswami Dikshitar was born, and he would go perform every day before the Akashalingam in Chidambaram. As he would do every day in the Pradosha Kalam, one saint by the name Chidambaranada noticed Ramaswami Dikshitar's dedication and his bhakti bhavam to dedicate the musical genius in him with the prasada bhavam that he has. And that saint asked Ramaswami Dikshitar, given your musical abilities, if you were to stay put with a king or a jamindar, you will get a lot of material riches. Then why are you performing in temple for such a long period? Then Ramaswami Dikshitar bowed down and said, music, Nadopasana, is a bhiksha of that Sadashiva, and the joy I get and enjoy when I sing in front of the Lord in any temple, that is beyond explanation. No amount of money and material riches can match it. Therefore, every now and then I take time for a mandala in a year, or more than a mandala in a year, depending on how the Grihasthashram allows, because I also need to provide for the food of my wife and I still don't have kids. So we are trying to make the best use of our time in Daiva Chintana and offering back what the God has given me. as an ability and capability. Therefore, I am trying to serve the Lord with whatever he and she are blessed, have blessed me with. Looking at this Prasada Bhavam, Chidambaranada Sannyasi was very, very happy, and he is one saint in the Dasanami order of Adi Shankara. So Chidambaranada Swami initiated Ramaswami Dikshitar into Sri Vidya and gave him the Mantra Diksha and helped him get started with his Sri Vidya Diksha. Now, as time rolled by and Ramaswami Dikshitar and his wife were blessed with kids, Muthuswami Dikshitar being the eldest, and after few decades Muthuswami Dikshitar got married. His wife used to be a little dark, so everybody thought they were not begetting kids after 3 years of the marriage, and Muthuswami Dikshitar's parents and in-laws were worried, so they got him married to another girl who was relatively fairer, thinking Muthuswami Dikshitar is not getting attracted to the carnal pleasures of the body because his wife is dark in color, the first wife. Therefore, to induce him into the samsara and the carnal pleasures, they found a relatively attractive girl and got him married to her, and therefore Muthuswami Dikshitar had 2 wives. But given his Antaramukhatvam, Muthuswami Dikshitar did not change a bit, and therefore he was not interested in the samsaram to do with the physical pleasures, and therefore, though he had 2 wives, he was in the Grihasthashram, he never had kids. During this time, the Guru Chidambaranada visited Muthuswami Dikshitar's father, Ramaswami Dikshitar. Ramaswami Dikshitar was already in the early 60s by then when he visited, and Muthuswami Dikshitar was in early 20s. And this was the time when Chidambaranada Swami asked Muthuswami Dikshitar's father that I am leaving for Kasi and I have a wish, will you fulfill? Immediately the disciple said, please command, your wish is my command. And then Chidambaranada, like Vishwamitra asked Dasaratha to send that middle teenager Rama to kill Tataki. Similarly, when Chidambaranada asked Ramaswami Dikshitar to send Muthuswami Dikshitar to Varanasi, father was very reluctant. Those days, going to Kasi in the early 1800s meant you have to go on foot, and there is no guarantee that they will reach Kasi. Even if they reach Kasi, there is no guarantee that they will return back safe. Therefore, the father was reluctant. This was the same time when Ramaswami Dikshitar's other friends suggested that if such a great saint and guru is calling, there must be a reason. Your son will return back as even further intellect and enabled. So do send him. So Muthuswami Dikshitar went along with his 2 wives, and along the way they have visited a lot of temples where a lot of compositions were done by Muthuswami Dikshitar. And that's how Muthuswami Dikshitar went to Kasi, where he served his guru for 6 years, and we discussed a bit of it in the last story on how we found the Veena. Now coming to the Bhupura or Trailokya Mohana Chakra composition of Muthuswami Dikshitar as part of the first Navavarna Kriti, if we were to look at the semantics of this composition, the great composer Muthuswami Dikshitar chose Ananda Bhairavi Ragam because as one starts turning inwards, the Parashakti in us becomes extremely happy. Therefore, she takes the form of Ananda Bhairavi. And to signify that, Muthuswami Dikshitar chose the Ragam Ananda Bhairavi. And the Raga is also set to Tisrajati Triputa Thalam, essentially to signify the 3 lines in the Bhupuram. Remember the white line, the red line and the yellow line that we discussed, which essentially are signified by Tista Jati Triputatalam, and the Prakata Yoginis and the Yoginis Matrukas, Ashtamatrukas, and the Mudra Shakti, the 10 mudras that we discussed in one of the episodes, the earlier ones about discussing about this Trilokya Mohana Chakram, is essentially what we discussed in that episode, but here we will try to make an attempt to understand the composition which was composed by Muthuswami Dikshitar, which is equivalent to doing the first Avarna Puja, and this is goes as Kamalamba Samrakshatu Mam. Okay, and let's make a brief attempt to understand the Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charanam. It goes as Kamalamba Samrakshatu Mam Hrit Kamala Nagara Nivasini Mam Nivasini Amba. Kamalamba, Goddess Kamalamba Samrakshatu, protect Mam, me, Hrit Kamala Nagara Nivasini, the one who resides in the lotus city of the heart. Essentially, she is residing in the lotus of our heart, in the Anahata Chakram. Amba means O Mother. Then in Anupallavi, Dikshitar very lovingly says, Sumanasa Radhatita Tabjamukhi Sumanasa Raditha, essentially means worshipped by the pure-minded devotees. Abjamukhi, Abja means lotus, Mukhi means faced. Sundaramana Priyakara Sakhi, delighting the mind of the one who is Sundareshwara, Shiva as a friend. Sundara plus Ishvara, Sundareshwara. Kamalajananda Bodha Sukhi, the one who enjoys the knowledge and the bliss of Brahma. Kantarara Panjara Sukhi, the beautiful parrot residing in the cage of sound. What is the cage of sound? Om. Kantarara Panjara Sukhi. So she is essentially making us become that beautiful parrot which gets caged in the devotion and that Aham Spurana sound of the universe, Omkaram. That is what is there in Anupallavi. In Charanam, Muthuswami Dikshitar very lovingly uses Tripuradi Chakreshwari, the goddess who rules over the 9 chakras beginning with Tripura. Again coming back to the Sri Chakram. Animadi Siddheshwari, remember we discussed about the 10 Anima Siddhi, Mahima Siddhi, Lagima Siddhi, Garima Siddhi, all those. Animadi Siddheshwari, the goddess who rules over the superhuman powers such as Anima, Lagima, Garima, Mahima and Astasiddhis and others that we discussed. Then Nitya Kameshwari, who is Nitya Kameshwari, essentially means the one who always fulfills all the desires, and she is eternal. Nitya plus Kameshwari. Kshitipura Trilokya Mohana Chakravartini, this is where our Guru Muthuswami Dikshitar brings who is inherent in the entire earth. Kshitiputra is the name of the outermost enclosure. As we listed Trilokya Mohana Chakra, the first chakra, it is enclosing all the other 3 worlds that we dwell in. Whether you take the 3 gunas, Sattva, Tamo and Rajas, or the 3 states of natural existence, awakening, sleep and Sushupti, or in between Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Prakata Yogini. Who is Prakata Yogini? Prakata Yogini is the one who is manifesting herself for them. Sura Ripu Mahishasura Mardini. Sura Ripu, the one who blesses all the gods, slayer of the enemies. Sura Ripu, like Mura Ripu. Sura Ripu, Ripu means enemy. Sura is gods. Enemy of the gods such as Mahishasura and all other enemies of the gods have been killed by you. The animal instincts in me need to be suppressed by you before I can be initiated into the spirituality and inward. Nigama Puranadi Samvedini, knower of the Vedas and the sacred scriptures of Puranas and other. Tripureshi, goddess of the 3 cities. Guru Guha Janani, that Somaskanda's mother of Lord Guru Guha. Tripura Bhanjana Ranjani, the one who enchants Shiva, the destroyer of the 3 cities, is attracted to you. The one who destroyed the god of love is attracted to you. That is the beauty of you. Madhuripu Sodari, you are the sister of Vishnu, enemy of Madhu. Talodhari. Talodhari means the one who has a very slender and narrow stomach or abdomen. Tripura Sundari, the goddess Tripura Sundari, Maheshwari, Maheshwari is the one who is the consort of Maheshwara, the omnipresent, and the one who causes the Maya to all the world. This is a brief offering of the first Kriti. Stay blessed, spread the bliss around. Srimatre Namaha.